Hello, everybody. Welcome to Satisfactory. We are doing a playthrough where I'm trying to get everything as efficient as possible and to maximize the usage of everything. What I got so far, I got power production semi good. Let's see if I can find a power pole here. Here's one right here. Looks like it's in use. So we got a fairly stable power source currently. Um, See on the map, I don't have a lot of things showing up on the map. We got a fuel power plant going on over here. Bit of coal down in this water basin down here where typical coal is. We did a bunch of exploring up the map here. Visited the Doggo's Cave, got some cool trinkets and stuff. Did a little bit of exploring around, gathering slugs and hard drives and such. So we actually got a fair amount of. Let's see, I have some hard drives yet to research these power shards. So I figured out a way to maximize the amount of power shards you can get, and basically when you do this tech tree here, you have to do the first one obviously get with a blue slug, and then you can choose to do this one first or not, and then yellow slug and purple slug obviously, and then this one requires one slug or one shard to do it. But if you before you do this one, if you do the summer sloops first and get the this one done, the amplifier done first before you do the slugs, you get an extra slug with this one, or an extra shard with this one. And then once you have that, then you duplicate. Always be using a sloop to duplicate your slugs. Then you end up with just a lot more shards. So that's what I'm doing. There's a set amount of slugs in the world that to give you the shards, and I've been going around collecting them and doubling the output to make so I have a lot more. So that's been working at that. Um, it's actually I feel like it's smart because later on down the road you actually have less, or you actually need shards a lot more if you're expanding large production lines and needing to at the output, and instead of wanting to build a huge power line or a power excuse me, a huge production line, you want to minimize the amount of space you take up for the amount of resources you produce. You need power shards to amplify said production. Takes the amount per minute up a ways. Of course, you use a lot more power that way, but that's just part of it. But this is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. And there's a guy nosing about. I do have the retaliation setting on so that they don't attack me, and it gives me a little bit more freedom in the playthrough, which I like. This is actually the first playthrough since 1.1 came out. So I the first time I played in Northern Forest, and it was a good fun start. You got a lot of pure nodes and stuff, um, but the real estate wasn't as nice for building out. So I actually went and started here in the green uh, grasslands. I forget what it's called. Green fields. It's a lot more real estate. Everything's kind of spread out, which is what I like. Um, You see, I just put a bunch of slugs in there and got 84 shards out of it. Like that's a pretty heavy amount, which is what I like to see. Like there's a lot more shards than I would have had otherwise. Just throw a bunch in the depot. What I've been working at now in the recent past is getting some train lines sorted out. So I did obviously tier 1. Tier 2, I did everything except for jump pads. In my opinion, they're kind of just a useless thing, especially once you have the jetpack and hyper tubes. I did the basic coal stuff, and I was gonna do tractors with the truck stations, but I decided I'm gonna just jump directly into trains. So that's what I did. We got the power and stuff. Working at the trains requires computers, which I've been actually finding throughout the map. Instead of, I don't have the build yet for them. I did do some neat little blueprints here that I've been trying out. So I do have a computer stack that I designed, and yeah, it's actually a modular factory. Here's the in and out. So you got the smelters, 2 smelters here, and you got constructors, 2 constructors up here, and then 2 here to make all the necessary things. You got assemblers making circuit boards, and then of course a manufacturer producing the final computer product. So that's kind of my little creation that I made. And then the output is not actually, doesn't actually fit, so I don't have a box on the inside. So it requires setting something up with this manual setup. I could make a box inside, I suppose, if I wanted to. I just didn't because of the space that you're limited to in a Mark 1 blueprint designer. Could maybe make a belt come over here, do a box on top here, or down the back. But I set one of these up at the oil plant because it worked quite well. I'll show you that here. So I did set up hyper tubes for that. And I should just use that. Why don't I just use that one? Power. I also set up a zipline system. Goes all the way over there, and it works. But for now, hyper tubes are just the best way to get around. There you can see my computer factory I have set up here. And it works quite well. And it makes computers, shoves them right into the dimensional depot. So I have the computers, which is nice. Plenty of them. So you can see. I actually thought about designing this factory to look like a computer, but I don't have everything unlocked in the sync to be able to do that. But maybe one day I'll get that done. I also need to get the gas mask and all that stuff sorted out so I can, in the radioactive suit as well. This is my little power plant. It's not big, it's efficient, and it's what you need, like, for everything. So I have just the standard recipe, oil to fuel with plastic and rubber, or with polymer resin, fuel and polymer resin, and then I have producing plastic and rubber, and the fuel just running into generators to keep the pipes empty. which I need to actually sync this stuff so that we can keep it running smoothly. So let me build a sink right here. That's probably a bad idea for that, isn't it? No, it actually misses. I am going to just move it just a little bit, so I'm going to actually put it farther. Like so. Yes. And then we're going to do... So, I don't think I have smart splitters yet. I do actually have smart splitters. Let's put a smart splitter here. And we're going to send this to this overflow. And then we're going to do a merger. Like so. To do this with the bar as well. So we're going to put a splitter right there. We're going to do the left to the overflow. We're going to grab a go up. So just like that. That goes up, doesn't it? Oops. Change that too high with it. Okay. Much better. Grab a little rubber. Oh well, that's fine. As long as we keep everything running. It's like this keeps filling up, which is fine. All I have is Mark 3. Back up as much. So the plastic goes over to my computer factory and is used to make the circuit boards. Computer factory there on the hill. And yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Gives me plenty of power. This is fairly much self-sufficient setup. See, my capacity is up. I do have batteries. I did set up some batteries down the line, just because you never know if you need batteries. So I set up some here. It's not a lot. Looks like it holds 100. But I did set up these buffers to prevent sloshing, because the way pipes work is just weird. I should have them elevated, but they don't work just fine like that. Probably the next thing I need to do is set up some packaged fuel setup. As you can see, these aren't running constantly, which is really unhandy because the fuel, I guess, usage. This one basically never has enough fuel. According to my spreadsheet, this is plenty of fuel in this system. Why is this one a lot emptier? problem. There's fuel in the pipe. These are all running steady. Oh, I see. It's backing up. So I need to like dump this into a sink. So I should actually put a sink over here. Sink. And we'll run this with a R2 belt. That's garbage. So that. That way it stays moving and grooving. We're gonna upgrade these belts. Right, that'll keep everything kind of moving around. These, I think, are connected directly. Yes, they do. Yeah, they're connected directly. Actually, gonna just take that up. R3, just so it dumps it quicker. These can keep producing the fuel needed to run everything. These are mergers and those are splitters. Yes, I can loop just that, but that would not be ideal. Right. Other options. So it'd have to be a splitter. Right. These are slowly all emptying. They're slow, but that's fine. Nice thing is that they can all be synced, which is fabulous. Actually, just throw this stuff out. Throw some of this other stuff out that I don't need in my inventory. Clogging up the space. Yeah, and looks like it'll run smoothly. I should actually put a smart splitter in right here. So right is any. Center is overflow. That should do it. So it'll back up before it goes down this line, which is actually better. Yes, perfect. So that way they all get what they need. So run. And then the fuel fills up, which is what we are looking for. Yes, a lot fuller. About the same? Good, good. Yeah, about the same. Perfect. Now they are running. Yeah. One added. I might as well actually just fix this situation. Taller foundations. We're going to just use the fix it. So 2-meter foundations. Grab stabilization rate. Yes. So it has some end pipes, but it's not. Except for it's sloshing, right? Yes. That should do it. It's hovering, it's going up and down a lot. That is what we want. Alright, that'll take care of that. Just running optimally. Max power. They're ramped up to production a little bit. Thing with fuel generators, with them kicking on and off, it can make the power fluctuation like this. The consumption, we're trying to keep that as even as possible, which I really need to add more sinks to be able to do that. That's why it goes up and down a lot, because of the sinks that I have don't keep up with that, making it even. This actually helped with this, so that all this production stays going. And adding a sink down here also helped with that production. I should actually do it again here. Well, I don't have to, because this is actually moving smoothly constantly. It's not backing up, which is good. If it would start to back up, then maybe I wouldn't. But because I've been using plastic this whole time, it actually helps. Scenario, which is why this is not really staying full, because I'm using all this plastic. The computer production, it's not on a sink, so it will be using fluctuation. Oil, let's see. Looks like it's steady flowing, which is good. Pretty steady. That's good. Alright, let's go back. We're gonna go down this way. So I started a where's it at? Down here it is. And I landed up here. Nice. Down here. Oh, slug. Grab this thing while I'm over here. Well, like to do when I pick them up is instantly just drop them in the depot. Upload them into the depot just for safekeeping. There's a hard drive over there. So down here, I actually got quartz production going. I had to run a belt all the way from over there with some iron to give me the necessary materials for the crystal oscillators. So that's what this is. I got cables. This is making reinforced iron plates. I have the iron wire recipe, which is really, really good. It just uses iron to make wire, and it saves from having to get into copper. So this is all off of iron node. I think maybe one iron node. I forget. I could check real quick to see. It's over that way. The flats over by the yeah, right here. This one here. Just one normal node. Runs all of this. There's I think nitrogen over here somewhere as well. So it works. So this here is just crystal oscillators, quartz crystal, cable, reinforced iron plate, default recipe, works quite well. Making like 4 per minute, 2 manufacturers, gives me plenty. Dumped into a dimensional depot. Just gives me enough to be able to research things that I would need. So I have 82 right now. These other random things I picked up around the world. Turbo motors, they'll come in time later on. As well as like the aluminum. I'm going to be working towards getting bauxite here after a little while. Use modular flame. I don't really need that until nuclear, so I'm not really worried about that. Just dump them in here, save them for later, have access to them whenever I need them. And then this right here is a quartz node. I think it's a pure node. So we're doing it 180. So I have one shard in here, and it actually splits evenly. I have it on a split system right here, so it actually splits it evenly between everything. So it's quite nice. Runs everything into a sink, as well as dimensional storage as needed. And that's basically the setup. Works out quite well. I'm happy with it. Running out of juice. And I've been using this zipline tool to get around, which makes it really, really handy for traversing until I get a lot more other things unlocked. But just ran some power poles around, get everything point where I need it. I think there was a hard drive up here that I had gotten at one point. I forget. And I messed up with this tower placement. As you can see, it really makes it hard to get up there. Yeah. Should have fixed this back in the day, but I didn't. Back when I built it, I should have just built it differently. It works. It's functional, and I can still get around. I did initially run small power poles all the way down there until I unlocked the power towers. Over in the distance there, you can see my main line that I'm going to run. The train line, the main distribution line. It has belts, it has room for trucks, and for trains. So it'll be a main line for all of it. And that's that's kind of a project I have been working on for the past little while. I need to come up here and get all the phase 3 stuff sorted out. Um, this is my space elevator production space. I don't need these anymore. And looks like I have plenty of these. Just gonna drop that in there. So, what I'm gonna need is, let's see. Assembler, what do we got? Nothing. So is it a manufacturer, maybe? Huh, modular engines. Motors, rubber, and smart plating. Okay, I had smart plating done at one point. And adaptive control units. Automated wiring. I have that production already. Circuit boards, modular frames, and computers. So I need 100 of them, meaning I need 200 computers, 100 frames, 500 circuit boards, and 500 automated wiring. So that's actually not too bad. I might throw it right over here. Creature. Listen, creature. Get out of here. I think I have something for you. Yeah, get out of here. That's right. Okay. Manufacturer. We're going to throw this bad boy right here. We're going to actually turn it so that the... I wish they would change the manufacturer. See how it has that little nubbin that sticks out the bottom? Wish they had changed that so that that's not there. It would just make like the whole build of it just be so much nicer. So this, I'm not really worried about the aesthetics of it, where it's going to be, all that stuff. All it's doing is adaptive control units. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite 500. That's fine. We're going to actually turn this plant back on. We're going to need some more of these. So we're going to turn this back on. Again, I think this is the iron wire recipe. Yes, it is. Which is just an outstanding recipe. Honestly, it's so good. I like it. Alright, so this, we don't need anything fast. So Mark 1 will do plenty. Nice. So. Yeah. Let's do it the other way. Yikes. Oh well. Temporary, right? That'll work. For temporary. Let me go ahead and connect a power line to this. Circuit boards, heavy modular frames, and computers. So we're gonna actually do just storage boxes. What we're gonna do. This is all gonna come from storage boxes. So let's see, figure out this line right here. So circuit boards, minus range computers. I don't have any of those things in my inventory, so we're gonna grab computers first. They can keep making. I think I might have some circuit boards somewhere around 100 of them. That's not enough. Heavy modular frames. I need to make those. Yeah, I only have 27. Throw those in there for starters. Alright, so this will get our main production going. That's right. More? Right? That'll get stuff moving and grooving and start producing the adaptive control units. For now. We actually need to put these in a bin as well, just for temporary. Belt. Just need 100 of them. And they take a long time to make. 1 per minute. Yeah, that's a long time. It takes 100 minutes to make all of them, which will be a little while. Alright, and then we need the next one. We need modular engines, like motors, rubber, and smart plating. So I need 500 of these. So what is that? 3,000 rubber? Yeah, 3,000 rubber. That's fine. I got lots of it. 1,000 motors. All right. Yeah, 1,000 motors and 1,000 smart plating. Okay, that's doable. It's not like a huge deal. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that rolling. Move this around like this. Just recipe because I got it. Copy from the other one. All right. Grab some bins. That's what I meant to grab. Bins. There we go. Don't. Okay. Do this the old-fashioned way then. Like how I did the other one. And what I mean by old-fashioned? That's a good question. Three ingredients. Motors, rubber, smart plating. So I think I have some motors. Let's throw those in there. That's not even close to how many I need. That's fine. Rubber. Actually grab these motors too, that way they can keep dumping them in there. I need to expand the amounts that I can keep in the storage. What did I do with all that smart plating? It's still being produced downstairs, isn't it? Is it being produced here? Let's see. Modular frames? Where's my smart plating being produced? Somewhere I'm producing it. We're gonna dump the rubber in here. Wow, that one's full. Right. Nope. Yes. Grab another one of these bins. Drop this bad boy right there. Right. So, these. Let's see, number 6. Yikes. That's terrible. Still look terrible? Nope, that looks good. Okay, smart plating. Where do we got this stuff? I think it's down here maybe, but I could be wrong. So this is my main iron production. This is the part that kind of backs up. Yes. What did I say I needed? How many was it? I forget. Put down one of these. Come on. Let me place it. Come on. Surface to uneven. Yeah, that's what I thought. Modular engines. Smart plating. Oh, we just need 1,000 of them? Okay. Let's grab 1,000. I don't have enough space for 1,000. Right. Well, let's start dumping things, because I don't need everything. Like, a bunch of these. I don't need all these anymore. I don't need these anymore. Plates, no. Plastic. I got so much of that. Not that. Alright, that might give me enough space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not enough. I need this production back up. What do we need? Yeah, let's turn that back on. I just paused it. Okay. Drop the smart plates in here. Let that go crazy. Start making them parts. That would go for a while. So we get some modular engines going. It takes a minute to make one. Yeah. So it'll take what, 500 minutes? Yeah, that'll be a while. Meanwhile, let me go grab some more motors. What am I gonna need again? Motors. I just need 1,000. Okay. Throw this back in my hand. Ouch. On over to the motor production. Wait, no, this is steel production. This ain't the motor production. Surely not. It is the motor production. Okay. So I need 1,000. So 1. You know, Sure, why not? That's rotors. That's why I was. Also need to get better fuel at some point in time. I need to get the packaged fuel sorted out at some point. Be a good idea. Also need to finish my bridge for the trains at some point as well. So much stuff to do. So little time to do it. Wait a minute, I have all the time in the world. What am I talking about? Right? Yes. Okay, let's jump all these in here. Wait, we're running out of rubber. That's right. Dimensional depot. But yet. My rubber. Don't have enough. I'm gonna have to just go get it. Because it's gonna be a lot of rubber. We're gonna use the old hyper tube cannon. This goes way too high, I think, for what the distance is. And it works. It works. Plenty good, actually. Alright. Fire. Here. Go. It's not enough. Sure. Just moving and grooving. Alright, so that should do that. I'll have to get more of that smart plating eventually, but that's fine. This we just need heavy modular frames and computers. Right? Right. Computers. How many have we built? Not very many? I mean, it's not like they're just sitting there waiting to be put in. So. And the circuit boards. Let's just dump those in there. So I really need to automate the heavy modular frames, which are actually done in a manufacturer. Heavy modular frames. Yikes. Steel pipes, encased industrial beams. Screws? Yeah, okay, we're gonna find a different recipe. Yeah, okay, we don't do screws. I cannot stand screws. They're such, like, I don't know. It takes so many of them to make anything. I don't like them. Do we have any alternates? Well, I don't want that. Molded pipes? Yeah, I like the good ones. Steeled frames. This doesn't take screws. No, it doesn't. So I need to get hard drive scanned. See if these guys found me anything good. Huckleberries. Deuterium wire. Things I don't really need. I also have some circuit boards here and some computers. I might as well put to use. I'll dump the plastic in there for now. Let's see. Some bauxite. I do need to finish learning all that stuff. I do want to build some better blueprints. So I just have the Mark 1 blueprint miner, or blueprint thing, designer thingamajigger. And I really want to, like, add more better things. But just take a bit to get that all done. Yeah, I have 3 computers. Let me drop those in here. How many computers did I need even? 200? Grab some more then. All in? Almost all in. 2 more? 1 more? Computers, there we are. So, with the assembler here, this recipe for the stitched, so the regular reinforced takes screws. I don't like it. So we're doing the stitched, which takes iron plates and wire. And then if we use this iron and wire recipe, it takes ingots to make wire. And this takes plates and wire, so iron. Just iron, right? Right. And then if we take a manufacture, we can make the frames out of iron. Steel pipes, we can also make those out of iron. Cased industrial beams, pipes and concrete, so iron and concrete. And then screws. But if we change the recipe, get a better one that uses screws, which is the plan, eventually, when this hard drive finishes cooking. Anyways, yeah, when that happens, then hopefully we will get a better recipe. I'm not really sure what recipes are available. I could just check real quick. Go on here to the Satisfactory calculator. And we are going to look for, what is it? Recipes, right? The hard drives. So we want heavy modular frames, right? All right. So alternate, we got the heavy encased frame, which doesn't use screws. That's the one I'm going to go for. Looks like a really good recipe. Modular frames, encased industrial beams, concrete, and steel. Or steel pipes and concrete. So it uses limestone and iron. 2 resources. I'm sure I can find some of those around the world. Let's look for iron. So I have these close ones. Hub, I have space. These ones are being used currently. All this production stuff. Let me just pull up the Satisfactory calculator interactive map. And we're going to look at iron and limestone. Looks like we got, that's copper. Let's turn off all of the copper, coal, all that stuff. We want limestone and iron. All nodes. Okay, so as far as this goes, so if we look at where we're at, those are being used, but I could maybe repurposed because there's 4 others close by that are all impure. I could do a production down there. Right, so this area right here, we got a limestone here, 4 impures of iron. So I'm thinking if we take that, what do I got going on there? Oh, I just got a sink hooked up. Right. Let's head on down here, see what we're working with. This is the limestone, which is a normal. Let's get rid of this thing up on top. Grab a Mark II miner. And we're going to just plop it right there. You know, it doesn't matter. 120 limestone per minute. Let's get our planning done here. Let's drop a manufacturer, a assembler, and a constructor. So this, we're going to use the heavy modular frame. Don't have it yet. Yeah, well, we can figure out everything else. So we want encased industrial pipes. Encased industrial pipes, because we're using pipes anyways. 20 concrete per minute. Okay. As well as this. We don't have any better concrete recipes yet, I don't think. Plus, water's not really good in these parts. Yeah, we don't even have it. We have the diluted package. I should start doing that maybe at some point. Get my rocket going better. So we're doing the concrete, which is 45 per minute. This does 120. So 120 divided by 45. 3 constructors. If I could overclock it a little bit. Yeah. So that gives what, 45 concrete a minute. This takes 20. Tell you what, before I get too deep in the planning, I should get this sorted out here. We're gonna have to build this out ways. I'm gonna use the same level, Mr. Bean. Is stuck forever. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of Mr. Bean here. Come on, buddy. Get out of here. Go. Thank you. Back to paving the biome. I'm not sure quite how much space we're gonna need. This is all just coupons, isn't it? Yeah, so we're gonna actually get rid of this whole production. Oh, I see, I'm using 2 of them. Right. Okay. Let's get rid of this, and this, and this, and this. All this stuff. Gone. Just like that. It's like I was making pipes. How many pipes did we have? None? So I was sinking along. Okay, so this will be... Ah, the mam is done. What do I got? Surely something good. Well, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh. Well, let's scan another one. So, what I'm going to do is consult the Satisfactory calculator. So I need, and I have the modeler as well. We're going to actually use that in this. Boot this up here. And we're going to use that to figure out what we need to do. The limestone is a normal node. It gives me 120 per minute. All right, and then we are going to do the heavy encased modular frames. So heavy encased modular frames. We're using the one without screws because, well, we ain't doing screws. And I'm not worried about the output. One is going to be plenty good. All right, and for the modular frames, I don't think I have the good recipe. So the ones I have, yes, I have stitched. And then the frames, I just have the default frames. So we're going to use the default frames for that. The iron plates, we're going to use the stitched iron plate because that uses just iron. And then I'm going to use the regular old iron recipe, the iron wire recipe, and the iron rod recipe, all just from iron. We're going to change this to one manufacturer. So for one manufacturer, we're going to need, well, okay, let's do the iron, regular old iron ingot recipe here. 5 smelters. 5 smelters? What? What? Something ain't right about that. We're gonna need more than that. Case industrial pipes, right? All right, and then the iron pipes. We'll do iron pipe recipe, and that'll actually take more. Yeah, okay, that's more like it. 17. 17 of them. Wow, okay, that's actually a fair amount. Standard concrete recipe. So we're gonna actually overclock the limestone. We'll have to, because we need 202.5 per minute of the limestone. And of these, do I have a Mark II on here? I don't. It's just a Mark I. Which we can we put a Mark II on here? Don't have unnecessary things. But if we dismantle, then we 60 per minute and fully overclocked is 150 per minute. So that'd give us 300 between the two, which is not enough. Okay, alright. This is unhandy. I need to automate the portable miners sometime too. I don't have enough space in inventory. Yeah, all this iron ore. could automate these. I have all the stuff necessary to do it. I also need to repurpose some of my iron setups down in the lower level of the factory. Wow, I got a lot of just crap in my inventory. Oh well. We dump these in here because, yeah. So these 150. 300, 450. I'm gonna need all 4 of these to do this one project. $450, so I need like another 56, 54. Yeah, 54. So we're going to change this whole setup. These are all connected, right? Okay. Right. This is going to be a massive, and I mean massive. But, you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Get rid of this stuff. Don't need that anymore. Dump off this. Let's see. So we need 16, right? We're gonna run these 150 a minute. I can do a 300 a minute. 480. That's 450. 3 belts together is 450. I don't have a 300. 300 is kind of a weird number. If I have 4 120s, what is that? 480. That is 480. Yeah. So we're gonna make this work somehow. We take 360 divided by 30. It's 12 just for one production. So these are going to their own line here, and then these are all going to the same line. All right, that makes it a lot simpler. So we can use one miner for 5. Yeah. Build this out a little bit. A little farther than that. Okay. Now we're gonna do on this side. We're We're gonna do 12. And the man is done again. Hopefully we get something that we want. We got, what do we got? Nope. Okay. Keep trying. Maybe we'll get it one day. Alright, we need smelters. And we're gonna run these along this side. We're gonna do a manifold system. And I think that'll work like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll do the splitters down here. Yeah. Should actually set these right away so that when I copy, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is all going to be to pipes. Yeah, right? Crazy. And then over here, we're going to run. Let's just do this. So if it's 30 minute, yeah, 30 minute. We're gonna run 3 into. Let me just take this. Let's see what iron pipe is 100. 100 per minute. If we would overclock that to 120%, it's 120 a minute, meaning 30, 60, 90, 120. 4 into 1 constructor makes 3 constructors. I like that actually better. And so we will run a line here of, this will be what, mergers, right? Yeah. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So these do 30. So I don't need a huge belt for this. Then these will need it's just 120. That'll make a 120 out. We're gonna get our constructors. We're gonna actually build these. These are just doing pipes, so actually they'll go down to the end of the line. build these here. Iron pipes, iron pipes, iron pipes. These will be a Mark II belt. Belt. Okay, this will also be a Mark II belt. Shucks. It's going to be conflicting. It is going to be conflicting. That'll just have to be. It's not like it's that bad. Okay, that's all set up. The 12 to 3. These will take 120. This will be 120. Copy settings. 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 Okay. These will merge. Wait a second. No, they won't. Yeah, this is really stupid numbers. 90? 90 per minute? Can we change? Let's change this to 3. Clock speed 120. Still the same. It's terrible numbers. Terrible, terrible numbers. Yikes. We'll try to make this work though. See if I get a good recipe in the mail. Let me go ahead and hook all these up. Grab me some splitters. These are all going to be Mark 1s. Then this is 360. And so it has to be 480 belts. power poles. This will be fun. Got another result. Please give me something good. Please, please, please. Let me rescan this one. Wet concrete. I mean, that's a good one. Do I just take the inventory slots? Here we are. Heavy encased. Thank you so much. And then I will actually take the inventory slots. Okay. Wow. That took a little bit, but we got it. Now we just have to figure out all this stuff. So obviously the pipes are we need 2 of them. That'll work. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. It'll work. It'll be fine. So we take assemblers. We're going to move it down a little bit. Like so. These ones are doing the case industrial pipes. Actually, that's not. I need it moved. That's not good enough. We're going to move those even farther over. Okay, we want the. This is better. Case industrial pipes. Like so. That'll work just fine. These do 30 a minute, so Mark 1 is plenty. So, looks awful, but I don't care. These need concrete. 20 a minute. Concrete. If we take 56.25 divided by 2, we need 29 a minute. So we need like so. Copy this. Paste it here. And then these are going to go all the way down the line. These will get merged. So we're going to throw a merger right here. This does 4.8. One is plenty good. We're going to set the manufacture down here a little bit. Like so, I'm going to keep it down out of the way. Encased industrial themes. That's good. That's good. Alright, so there's the one part of it. The next part is the limestone, and we're going to actually do that on this end. I'm going to come over here. So this is producing, what is it again? 120. So we need at least 203. That works. Let me do that. 203, meaning we need a Mark 3 belt. So, Mark 3. So, and then we need 4.5. Let's do 5 constructors. We're gonna do them over here. That's terrible placement. Yeah. Default concrete recipe. Five. Wow, it's like I couldn't have planned it any better myself. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we'll throw a splitter in here. That should be good. And then we're gonna actually have one of them only working at half. First, that one over there will have running at half. Right. So I messed up big time, huh? Yes. The splitters. There we are. Correct orientation makes a huge difference, doesn't it? What am I doing? What am I doing? Belts. You want this. Okay. Let's throw in some power poles. 'Cause we're gonna need them. Don't need that many, but I don't care. We actually probably won't need that many. You know, it's not perfect, but it's close. So that's fine. Alright, this will produce... this one is going to be half, so we're going to mark it down to 50. And then we're going to throw some mergers on this end. So these can all be Mark 1 belts. need a Mark III, but we're gonna have it that way anyways. This will take up the side. So. What is this? Being so stupid. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I need a splitter. I'm gonna throw a splitter right here. In which case, I'll need to move that. And then we'll take the wow. Too steep, huh? I don't know what you meant by too steep, but that'll give it the concrete it needs. This. We're gonna do a Mark III. Wow, just too short. It's crazy. It look like it's all one belt there. Right. This will come to this spot. So there's 2 spots on it, right? Yes. That like that. This one. Go ahead and take it up to here. Do another one from here. Do another one from here. Every other. there. We are going to do a power tower. I'm going to do it. Nope, I don't care. Actually make it kind of look cool, shouldn't we? So I need to turn it like this. There we are. This, we're going to take it down over here. So, get rid of this one. Oh, that's the main. Down the hill to the power, right? Yeah. I'm going to hook this up to see how much usage we're getting out of it. How it works. Okay, so we're actually jumped up in consumption a little bit, but that's not that bad. This all moving and grooving. Oh, shucks. Yeah. Let me quickly, let's connect this. We are going to need belts. So we use this. So we need 360. If I take 3 of them to 120 a minute, that gives me 360, and the other one could do the 150. That will work. So we take this. Yeah, just take 1 shard out. 120 a minute. And we're gonna use that one for the other 150. So this one, we'll actually just put it in the other shard. I need another miner on that, don't I? Can I make a Mark II? I can. Let's replace that. There we go. There we are. Can go in there. So these 3 merge into 1 belt, right? And we will run a merger, actually, right here. Like, we're gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna run another merger right here. And then for logistics, we can use Mark II belts. That's actually nice. Curve build mode. So it looks cool. Use a Mark III belt. There. So it looks cool. We actually need the Mark IV for here. Now we can connect this up. Got what, 120, 240, which is overkill for a Mark III belt anyways. This is what I like to see. Moving and grooving, running along. Making iron plates out the wazoo. Dumping them all into pipes. These pipes are what? The ones that go down to the end, right? Yeah. So this will be a Mark 1 belt. We're gonna dump this. So, this. That's the pipes. Taken care of. This is, yeah. Oops. We actually need to change this because this is not going to work. It has to be beams. Case industrial beams. Which is what that's producing. Wait, I do need concrete though. What a, I'm going crazy. Don't worry, I'm just going crazy. It needs concrete, beams, pipes, and modular frames. The rest of everything over here is going to be modular frames. I need to build a storage container for these things with a depot on top. Would be nice, but I don't have the stuff for it. Meanwhile, that'll be fine. Alright, now the other part. Alright, 150 into 4 of these guys. I'm gonna run it this way. I think. Yeah, we're gonna run it this way. We're try to divvy it up. Point where it's not too complicated. Shoot, that'll be fine. Or why so far apart, you might ask? Yeah, I'm on the same thing. 5. One of which is... Wait a second. If I just take this up to 45, that gives me... Why don't I do that? Instead of doing this one, I could do like the first one. Take it up to 45. So I need a 45 a minute. And then the others just be regular. Yeah, I like that. So let's grab a splitter. $60 a minute? That's plenty. And then at least Mark 3. So the one will go to a row of 3 constructors. We'll run these this way. Do it down the line like this. splitters. These like so. These will be rods. Regular rod recipe. They just take 15, so one. Mark 1 can do 60 a minute, so that'll take it down to the end. Run these in a merger. So this will also make a 45 a minute. Okay. The next one we're gonna have, we almost don't have enough space if we do it this way. We'll make it work. 30, 30, 30. What if I underclock? Underclock one and overclock another? No, just put two of them together and overclock one a little bit. Make it 45. Yeah. I'm gonna merge these two. So. This one we're going to take out, and we'll do it into 3. Just going to go to plates. So it'll do 2 plates. 2 plates constructors. This is going to be plates. Perfect. Into some mergers right here. 20 per minute. Okay. Plates. I'll also do this, another hole right beside. I'm gonna leave that blank for now. this will go to 3 constructors. We do the iron wire recipe. You can fit these in here. Good to know. Iron wire. And we need 3. That is that. And you throw down some poles. Jumped a little bit, not bad. Right. Looks like I need to add another row. Mergers down this line. These producing 22 and a half. This will need to be a 2. The rest of these 1s. This will be a Mark II as well. And we will So we got, these are pipes, or rods, I mean, sorry, rods. So we need the first 2 assemblers here. Making plates, and then the next 3 down the way. The way. Let's start this over here. Missing rotors. Where's all my rotors at? Don't tell me I'm losing it. I don't have them on a depot, that's right. That's what did it in. Well, get those done over here. Alright, this recipe, we're going to do the stitched iron plate recipe. We're not overclocking. Did I select? I did select the stitched one. Yep. And this makes exactly 2. Like this. So what we're going to do, the Mark 1 lifts. Actually, we're going to do it this way. Do a splitter. Alright, that's right. This way. Like so. Oh look, I got the mini lift. Oh, nice. More you know, right? So, pipes and plates right here. How did I get it that time, but can't get it this time? You know? I don't know. I just... Oh. That'll be fine. Hey, Mr. Manta Ray. Okay, this. Is it just one level? Okay, these will be merged right here and fed back into the line. then these will run into a set of 4. Set of 4. Could have a blueprint, but you know, why would I have a blueprint when I can just build it out myself? I'm going to start over here. Like so. The recipe is going to be the modular frame recipe. Like so. And then we're going to take our very own splitters. These take so little, I can do Mark 1 lists for the whole thing. Probably Mark belts too. Serious? Then these all go together. Feel like my commentating isn't super plain, but hopefully it's good enough for you guys. I don't talk usually a whole lot when I'm building factories. Right, okay. sometimes, doesn't it? Perfect. Alright, now I just need to hook up the iron to this one. Right. Right. There again, I don't need this belt. It only does 150, and I'm gonna change it out for a 3, I think. Just leave it actually. Should be getting items. Rods, yeah, nice. What are we getting here? Plates, and that should be wires. Right. Oh, I want to see some wires. There we are, yes. Alright, so we got plates going into here. Wires will eventually come. And then the rods and the reinforced plates. And that will continue to be making pipes. Okay, industrial beams. Pipes, I mean. And be making frames here a little far along. There's the wires. Starting to enter into the assemblers. When you use Mark 1 belts, everything kind of moves a little sluggishly, but in my opinion, there's no point in using faster belts if you don't need it. And with Factorio, which is where I played mostly, you do need a lot of belt speed because your resources are limited. And so getting the belts that you need, or the resources that you need at the place that you need in the right amount of time is important. Alright, we're making the first of many reinforced iron plates. Takes 30 seconds to make them. 32 seconds, actually, to make reinforced iron plates. Stitched iron plate recipe is just way better than regular recipe. So you see 2 of them, or 3 of them come out. That's right, 3 come out each time. Going into here, so you can see it come up the left. Providing I hooked everything up correctly. Keeping an eye on this to make sure I hooked everything up right. They'll have rods, right? Right, we should see our first 2 modular frames. It's 2 a minute. Takes a long time for machines to load up, especially when they're set up in like a manifold configuration. When they're set up in a perfect divided configuration, they all fill evenly. So it can take a little bit for everything to kind of back up and get moving and grooving. This one right here is moving and grooving pretty good. Looks like the next one kicked on. It's good. Since it takes a minute to make two, then it takes a little bit to fill up. There's two of them coming out. They'll come over here to the manufacturer, which actually takes 8 of them to start up this manufacturer, which will actually take some time. I might just jump start it here because it'll take a little time to build up the frames. Might actually just drop some here in these. So it doesn't take as long. Build up the belts a little bit. This is moving and grooving. Making my heavy modular frames, heavy encased frames, with the better recipe that just uses limestone and iron. Works quite well. We'll have some coming up in here after a bit. The frames are coming along nicely. Each of these machines are moving and grooving, starting to produce frames of their own, which is nice. Because it makes this runs twice, 2 cycles to this 1 cycle, meaning that it can make 4 frames with 1 in the time it takes to make 3 heavy modular frames in here. So, yeah, might actually drop a shard in here just to speed up a little bit, maybe. Like I kind of need these things. So yeah, it takes more modular frames, but you know, I kind of need these things to for space elevator parts. So we'll let that run a little while. In the meanwhile, might head on over here, see what's going on, what we're working with. Looks like this is stopped because we're out of heavy modular frames. Hey, buddy. Back again. Looks like we got 50 of those. What we got of this? 27? Oh, we're getting there. It says still has everything it needs. It's making 1 a minute, so it takes a long time. What did I say? 500 minutes to make all that I need? Yeah, 500 minutes. It'll be a while. I might as well just actually hook these up. Because, you know, what does it matter? We're gonna get in there anyways. I'll just let them run. And I can see on the top bar how things are going for us. Anyways, I think that'll about sum it up for this run through. And we will catch you in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. And really appreciate your support. And we'll catch you another time.